The dreary dusk sky. Your car you probably forgot to put gas into before you left for work this morning. It's the end of another day. You arrive home and sit down. The number hangs over your head. 12:32. For you, the number might be different. For me, if I divided it up by how many days are in the year, I would need to go through around 3.5 of them a day to finally catch up. There isn't enough time. There isn't enough time. There isn't enough time. There isn't enough time.
$12.32. Yes, that is a real number. I own 1,232 video games.
112 Steam games. 3 on GAR Galaxy. 37 included on the Sega Astro City Mini. 1 NES game. 30 included on the NES Classic Edition. 1 Game Boy game. 40 included on the Sega Genesis Mini Model 1. 53 on the second. 57 included on the TurboGrafx 16 Mini. 2 Super Nintendo games. 21 included on the SNES Classic Edition. 20 included on the PlayStation Classic. 1 Game Boy Color game. 1 PS2 game. 4 GameCube games. 2 GBA games. 9 DS games. 7 PSP games. 7 games on the PSP itself. 30 games on the PS3. 7 Wii games. 64 games on the Wii itself. 6 3DS games. 1 game on the original 3DS. 18 games on the 3DS XL. 87 games on the new 3DS. 71 games on the new 3DS XL. 10 games on the PS TV. 9 Wii U games. 144 games on the Wii U itself. Can't forget to mention the 36 games on the Wii U backwards compatibility. 60 on the ColecoVision Flashback. 120 on the Atari Flashback 8 Gold. 16 on the Xbox One X. 15 Switch games. 99 games on the Switch itself. 2 PS5 games. 29 on the PS5 itself. And whatever this thing is.
That's everything, and it doesn't include stuff like emulation, or the Switch Online, Game Pass, PlayStation Plus, or we'd be ballooning real fucking bad. The purpose of this video is multifold. The first is that I own a lot of video games, and I am going to complain about it. The next one is a sort of call to action, for me to, actually play these games. The sneaky less obvious one is that this is sort of a microcosm of all the things I felt went wrong this year, both with me, average Discord users, and what I intend to do to fix it. This is about to get deep, so get seated. Let's start with some background information. I have been doing YouTube for a long time. The old trees of my forest are long white from the internet, and although some leaves still remain, the longest tie is still here. The first video uploaded in my modern era was Extra Live Super Mario Bros. And if you've seen this video, you know that I've always wanted to do gaming-focused videos on YouTube. The chance to fulfill this was in 2019 with Loose and Harlock. Over the course of the channel, we played a grand total of 59 games over the 2 years, which may not sound like a whole lot, but you know how many games I've either played a decent amount or beaten in the time since then? Less than 5. I played through Breath of the Wild, and you've seen on stream me play through Spider-Man 2018, but other than that, I can't even remember a single game that I've played through for a good while. There's obviously multiple reasons for this. I am a working adult with a social life. I have a loving partner, wonderful friends, and a job that requires a lot out of me. Being that not only it saps away my time from gaming, I felt like this year, and to a certain extent last year, I've put away a lot of my pleasures and hobbies in favor of the more social aspects of my life. The Best of Anime video next year is going to be very interesting since I'm basically cramming half the anime of this year all into this month and December. This also goes for YouTube and streaming on Twitch. I haven't done it much on both because I don't have the time and also a sort of sense of lack of ambition. The reason average Discord users went on an indefinite pause is because Vince moved all across the other side of the fucking state for work. That's why back in September I made the update video, as a sort of way to get me to push through all these things and finally get me back on track to where I feel I should be. Because things like average Discord users and streaming enable me to actually get through this massive backlog of games that I otherwise would never get through. When would I have ever found time to play through shit like Puzzle Monkeys, Too Fast for Gnomes, Alien Cat, or fucking Pokemon Unite? It's why I'm making a bigger commitment to be playing through these games next year. I will definitely be streaming a lot more, and as far as average Discord users is concerned, stay tuned. I've wondered for a while why it is that despite the massive amount of games that I own and the opportunity for content to play them, that I haven't. It can't just be procrastination, right? Hundreds of threads online, memes about it. I am not the only person who has a massive library of games that sit unplayed every single year. Everyone has their own distinct reasons. Part of it on the YouTube angle is I don't think anybody would have wanted for me, Harry, or Vince to just play through all the Dark Souls games before moving on to a different franchise. The ability to have a unique portfolio is something that I think intrigues and excites people who watch the shows, my own videos, and the streams. But it definitely could just be procrastination. See, I understand the toll that being both a working adult and a normal social adult definitely has on personal ambitions. I have definitely delayed projects and videos to be able to do such things as hang out with friends, go out on dates, or even just been too tired to want to do anything. But studies have found that procrastination is far more than just pushing things to the last minute because of laziness. It's due to many factors, but the prevalent reason that I gleaned was it seemed to be due to a delayed sense of satisfaction. We as a people purposefully delay the things we try to do, because of either the knowledge of how big the task is, i.e. the length of a game, or the commitment of watching a super long show, or because of the resulting dopamine hit of, hey, I did a hugely big thing in this short amount of time, and I'm here to tell you, it sucks. All this year, I have felt absolutely terrible about all the anime that I haven't kept up with, and that doesn't even begin to imagine how deflating it is to see my ever-growing and expanding game list. But I am making a concerted effort to do better with them. I have to remember that despite the toll it takes to make time for things, I truly do love the experience of playing through games, watching fantastic shows, and putting out my feelings into the world for people to enjoy. So how does one exactly go about chopping down the proverbial tree that is this inexplicable game library? I'm not going to sit here and spiel about how to use your time. I do feel though that if I can get a little preachy and introspective, which might seem weird considering the content that's on this channel, but I think we should all be putting more time into our passion projects. I can't imagine having been a kid and not read books, comics, or manga, or especially not having played video games. I attribute my quick ability to deduce puzzles to the DS Zelda games. I am so fucking serious. The reason that I enjoy writing these scripts stems from the boredom I had as a child. I would spend hours writing stories and books on my little HP Mini, none of which were probably ever good, but I certainly enjoyed it. It wasn't until I had disposable income that I had the ability to finally buy all the games that I had wanted and dreamed of owning. I have had a job every year of my life since I was 12. You can imagine how I was able to get to this monster number of games when you realize that I have been collecting for well over a decade. But I think the most important thing in all of this is the factor of choice. Sure, I was able to buy games on things like the Nintendo eShop or Steam, but rarely did I have enough money to actually buy my own consoles. I suck with Nintendo because me and my brother split the cost of a Wii back in 2010, but every single console since then, save for these two 3DSs, has been bought by yours truly. Hell, my Switch was a Christmas gift on myself. But as an adult with readily available income, I now have the ability to buy any game I want, anytime I want, and I feel that's the problem. It's in all facets of life, frankly. Due to the internet, online stores, streaming services, and readily available shipping services, everybody can get whatever they want, whenever they want. It's why I say we need to dedicate more time towards our passion projects. With so much free choice to consume whatever we want, art, music, entertainment, it should be no surprise why people sit with game libraries in the hundreds to even thousands. In a weird way, because of the multitude of choice, it creates a sort of sense of hopelessness in a, I can't ever be able to finish XYZ. And I ask, why not? Anything you truly want to get done and see to its conclusion can be accomplished. But it's the want, it's the desire, it's the need to see these things, to hear them, to experience them, to live them. I still maintain that the best experience I've had in my adult life while gaming was with Breath of the Wild. It truly was an all-time amazing experience, and one that I'm sure to feel again. The desire is there. It's in you too. The question is, will you join me in letting it out?
Well, I feel like I've said all my piece. Not a super duper long video, but those will be coming in the near future, trust me. This will be the final big video for 2024. It's been a very strange year for your favorite weeb indeed. I'm glad to have been able to make this video. This is a topic that I've always wanted to make a video on, but never really knew the best way to kind of like make the video, if that makes sense. So I feel like in a year such as this one, it was a very appropriate way to end everything off. I have so many awesome videos planned for next year, and I truly feel like that will be the year that the potential will be unlocked, if you will. I have a plan for both more frequent releases and also bigger projects, which will end up culminating in the biggest project I have ever worked on. A lot of things are going to be changing next year, and while we only have one video left in 2024, there is going to be something super special and super big announced in December, so look out for that. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your continued support. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun YouTuber shit down below. I shall see you next year. Catch you later.
I'm not gonna shit here. Upside down. Come around and suck my balls tonight. Suck on my fucking nards tonight. Oh god. That was not nearly deep enough of a birth to... Birth? That's everything, and it doesn't include stuff like... Shut the fuck up.